Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about SoFi. I want to start off by going over and discussing why SoFi is going down as much as it is, go over some updated data points very relevant to a lot of investors, and tie it all together with some technical analysis at the end. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I greatly appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto, I do it all. So make sure you do subscribe. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. I greatly appreciate that. With that, let's get right to it. So as you can see on the intraday chart, a little bit of a sell-off going on, and right now it is a great buying opportunity, and you can definitely tell that based on the live tickers to my left. So as you can see, currently down 7.9%, 28 million in volume, whereas the average is 34. So definitely it's going to be a very heavy day considering it is first thing in the morning, and block volume is currently 2.6 million shares being purchased by institutions today alone. So again, this is only in the first 1 hour of the trading, so there is going to be a very heavy day for SoFi. But regardless of all that, it is down largely because of PayPal. So PayPal did have a little bit of mixed results from their earnings, and not only that, they did give really bad guidance. So that is a fairly big negative, and it is rolling over into SoFi, and especially considering there is not necessarily in the same business, it's the same sector per se, very heavily reliant on a huge customer base, which right now SoFi is definitely going to be needing. But on a more positive note, you can see SoFi, as far as positive news, SoFi does close the Golden Door Pacific deal, and we all know that was their in to becoming a charter. So they've been wanting to be a charter, I believe, since around 2017. So that is very good news that this is actually closed and finally done deal. So when it comes down to it, we have a big year ahead of us, and there is a lot of optimism and a lot of good articles about this saying 2022 is going to be SoFi's year, especially if the interest rates do continue to increase. SoFi is very well established and can actually survive in a higher interest rate environment, especially being a charter, and with that does come that they can offer lower interest rates and be a lot more competitive. So definitely very beneficial for SoFi and its investors. With that though, like I said, I want to go over some data points. I'm just going to start off with short interest, especially considering a lot of growth stocks are getting hit pretty hard, and short interest is starting to increase in a lot of them. Right now, 1684 is a short interest, pretty stagnant from 1 week prior. Utilization is 5869, fairly cheap to borrow. So you can see the cost to borrow average 1.12%. Day by day change, it actually has increased so far 0.29%, which works out to be 320,000 additional shares being shorted. So again, shorts are entering back into SoFi, unfortunately, but hopefully it is short-lived and just because of PayPal and piggybacking off of that fear. So I do strongly feel that it is a very good investment, and I just want to tie it all together with some options. And again, all this information is available via Ortex. Link is in the description below. But as far as options goes, despite the sell-off, $30,000 has been as far as overall traded when it comes to options, but 100% of them have been positive. So that is absolutely insane. Yesterday was also 100%, and you can see 10 orders yesterday equaling $3.6 million, and again 100% of them positive, so showing that there is a lot of upside, and it is just a matter of time before this skyrockets. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor, do your own due diligence, but overall SoFi is looking very bright, especially for 2022. So definitely is becoming one of those companies that you need to continuously buy the dip. And I'm just going to show you this as well. So new round of 13Fs that have come down. So this is all institutions and hedge funds that have been buying into SoFi. So you can see right now there has been a lot of green ones showing that they have entered into SoFi, and red ones have been where they closed out. So very little are actually closing out their position. Some are maintaining their position, but you can see have increased 383%, 26%, 20%. So there is a lot of institutions either getting in or doubling down on SoFi because we all know it is at a significant discount. And I know a lot of retail investors really do like to look at what institutions and hedge funds are doing to kind of mimic them. And that's a fairly good strategy, whatever floats your boat at the end of the day. But when it comes down to SoFi, it is a very good buying opportunity, and you will see a lot more institutions adding to the position in 2022 or throughout 2022 because, like I said, there is a lot of great things coming for it, especially considering it now being a charter can offer very competitive rates. But with all of that, I'm just going to tie it all together with some technical analysis. So as of right now, 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic momentum, there is a huge deviation. So black line above the red, despite the pullback today, it is still showing a very bullish sentiment. So right now, looking at momentum, you can see number of buyers is down. And this is why I like to piece together some technical analysis with some other information. So again, piecing it all together so you can technically see on the the momentum indicator, number of buyers is down. So that's typically retail investors. Retail investors are most likely selling out right now and very panicked over the sell-off. But at the end of the day, if you do it as a more of an equation, so momentum, number of buyers are definitely down. So again, you can see the live ticker to my left. Average volume is fairly high. So when it comes down to it, it equals to a lot of big buyers are buying in. So most likely institutions. Again, you can see 2.7 million shares being purchased by institutions today alone. So that's under the block volume column. But in general, big money is buying. So that is one thing that I definitely do like to see. And even looking on the actual chart, we are testing to get from the lower to the higher percentile of Bollinger Band, which in general is a very bullish sentiment as well. So there is a lot of good things on the technicals showing that there is a lot of upside. And again, going back to my options I just showed you, there's a lot of upside when it comes to those as well. And with that, I'm just going to do some as far as resistance and support levels. So right now, first, second, and third resistance is 13, 14, and high 14s. On the contrary, support levels, we did break past the first one, which was 1258. Second one is 1188 and 1140. So overall, we are very tight knit when it comes down to that. And like I said, I don't see us, or anticipate us, I should say, going down that, breaking past that. And if it does, just anticipate that there's going to be a lot of huge money buying into SoFi, because like I said, it is just being hit right now because it's getting grouped in with a lot of growth stocks, but there is a huge component to this that is going to explode, especially once they actually do increase their interest rates. This is definitely going to be one that a lot of institutions will be backing significantly. And like I already covered, this in reality is a very strong catalyst. So institutions always showing that they are supporting a whatever asset or stock that you are liking, that is always a very strong catalyst. So more and more institutions buying to SoFi is going to be very beneficial. With all that, let me know your thoughts on SoFi in the comments below. If you haven't already, smash your thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With all that, let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.